Hi, this is Levi with Slay the Bass, and today we're actually not going to be looking at a bass guitar. We're going to be looking at a regular electric guitar. This is an Ibanez RG series, and it is an RG 270. And, I picked this up at I'll move a little closer so you can hear me. I picked this up at a local guitar center down the street here. Used. It was I think it was 125 bucks. And the only damage to it really was this little chip out of the corner here. But I got a guy that can fix that, so that's not a problem. So today we're gonna look at what this has got on it. Kind of a review after buying. I did play this in the store a little bit before I bought it, and I bought it for a few reasons. Some of those reasons being that you see 3 pickups here on the body, and you've got 2 humbuckers and a single. Now the reason why I like that is that way if I wanted to play lead, I could play lead. I could just go to my little 5-channel switch there, and if you want to go a little lighter. Alright. It's got a really good sustain on that pickup. Now this is in drop D, and so it will remain, not only because of the locking tremolo up here, the Floyd Rose, but now this is my drop D guitar. That's what we were messing around with today. So this is what I decided to do my review on. And some people say it's cheating. Well, you know what? Drop D sounds pretty good, so fuck you guys. I do play in other tunings. There is a C standard over there. There's a C sharp over there. There's an E standard right here, and I believe this is a D standard. So, I play in all different types of tunings. This one just happens to be in drop D. But moving on, you have a Floyd Rose bridge here, which is kind of interesting because it's not the standard Floyd Rose bridge where you have to cut the strings. Let me bring this up here again to show you. As you might notice, on this bridge there are no graphite pads. It is just a resting saddle, which I thought was kind of interesting. But also, if I turn it this way, there are string nut traps in the back, so you don't have to cut your strings. If you cut your strings with this particular bridge, it will not work. This is what does it actually say here? License under Floyd Rose. Okay. I have a feeling this is probably one of their earlier bridges, but it works really nicely. You still get the fine tuning with the little pegs here. And there isn't anything terribly special. There's no, like crazy amounts of stupidly, there's not like 6 fucking tone knobs. You get 1 tone knob, 1 volume knob, and your 5-way switch. So. But anyway, that is how the single coil sounds. That's only the single coil, none of the others. And now we're going to move all the way up to our neck pickup here, the humbucker here. Again, nice long sustain, nice warm kind of grindy feel. But for that really heavy you know, you move all the way down to your, you know, your bridge pickup here. Gives you that nice metally, grindy feel. Or you can combine, you know, either the neck with the single or the bridge with the single. So you can, you know, or you can do something like this. If you wanted to do that, or if you want an even more grindy tone, you can take most of the tone out of it, switch up to your neck. Yes, you know, yes, I can play, you know. You know, and then of course you use the, you know. So that's got all of that. You know, last but not least, I'd like to point out that it has a very fast neck. There's not a whole lot of lacquer on the back of the neck here, you know, so you can move fairly quickly. You know, so if you want to do some of that. Or if you wanted to come up here and my amp, this is actually an Ampeg bass amp that I'm using because I'm too lazy to plug Sean's in over here. You know, but you know, that's also how I'm getting some of my sound. And on the back here, last but not least, these are all passive pickups. You know, you've got pot access and you've got bridge access. Now, 4-bolt neck. But there's no passive, or I mean, there's no active pickups in here. These are all passive. You don't have to worry about fucking batteries dying on you. I understand that it gets more of a aggressive sound, but it's fucking unreliable. You know, unless you have a rechargeable 9-volt that you want to stick in there every time you play and cycle out with another one, which is just a pain in the ass to me. So yeah. You know, this is the Ibanez RG 270. Nice fast neck, inline tuners, standard bolt head tuners. There's no screws on the back, which I don't particularly like. But they're tuning keys. They're not expensive to replace unless you go with like some stupidly expensive brand. But considering the guitar cost me $125, couldn't really give a shit. You know, we'll be doing some reviews on some more, you know, a little higher end guitars later, but you know, this is pretty nice, you know. For $125, not a bad guitar. Again, this is Levi with Slay the Bass, and I will see you guys later.